IPRO Copy Plus is an application that can do scanning, OCRing, Bates labeling, printing, endorsing, and exporting all in one application. It's a very, very easy to use application, heavily used by service providers, litigation, facility management companies, law firms, government corporate agencies, and archiving companies. Today I'm going to go ahead and run a very small sample project for you so you can get an idea of how the workflow works with Copy Plus. I have a folder here that I'm going to scan in. It has multiple documents inside of it, so let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and start a new project. My initials are in there. I'm going to give it a collection name and the description of that. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the paper out of my folder and get started on my scanning. First document I have is a paperclip document, so I'm going to take that paperclip off, put it in the feeder, and go ahead and get started. I want to give my folder a folder name, so I'm going to do that right now. The reason for capturing all this information, of course, is so we can mirror that on the export, mirror that on the printout. So also, when you print out, or when you export searchable PDFs or an iPublish viewer, or you're printing out, you get the slip sheets, it's going to go ahead and label that stuff with the information that's captured inside of there, all of the binding elements. The next document I have is another paperclip document, so I'll go ahead and put that in my feeder. And then again another paperclip document. So I'll put that in my feeder. And that's it. That's my total folder of litigation. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of here. I'm going to show you some print options and some exporting options. First thing I'll do is go into my printing options. And I get to select what I want to print out, and also the options on there. I have image key options, messaging options, so I'm going to go ahead and decide that I do want to endorse with my image key on there, what kind of fonts and styles I want and where I want that placed. Right now I have it in the bottom right. And I'm also going to do a message, and I'm going to put that one in the bottom left, and we'll just say that my message on there is confidential. And I'm printing that out now. So that's going to go ahead and print with slip sheets with all my document breaks on there. And now I'm also going to go ahead and export it out as well. I have the option to export TIFFs, PDFs, and a lot of other options. But what I'm going to do for this one is go ahead and export TIFF files. If it was color, I can select JPEG or JTIFF. And I'm also going to include my OCR. I'm going to include my load files and an iPublish viewer. Also, with my exporting, I get to determine whether I want to endorse my image keys and messages that I set up prior, which I'm going to do as well. Right now it's validating my OCR is complete because I said I didn't want to export my OCR. OCR was happening on the fly while I was scanning, so I actually don't have to do that post-processing. It makes it very, very seamless for one operator to be able to do all that in one shot. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring up the project that I just did, which was my web demo. And inside of there, I get all of my load files. I get a manifest report, which is very important. I get to see exactly what was inside of my collection, where my paperclips started and stopped, my total page count, my document count, my folder counts, and my Bates range, basically a paralegal index. And then I also get, inside of my data folder, I get all my TIFF images, but I also get a iPublish viewer, which allows me to actually deliver in a Runtime Viewer with all the information that I captured, including binding elements, multi-page documents. This viewer right here actually allows me to do redacting, highlighting, annotating, tagging, searching. So I'll show you an example of the searching capabilities. And there we go. Not only are we going to bring up the individual pages that have the hits on them, but we're also going to highlight them for you. So that way it makes searching very easily. And I can also tag those and export those out as control lists. That's about all the time we have for today. I want to thank you guys for joining me.